Most vampire movies are about survival, but Sinners is about salvation and the cost of getting it wrong. A lot has already been said about the technical execution of Ryan Coogler's latest film, Sinners. Visually, it's stunning, and the sound mix may be perfect. But there's one scene in particular that really sums up the film's themes, and it's loaded with imagery I really want to dive into, so there will be spoilers ahead. At the climax of the film, we find Sammy, the young protagonist, submerged in the water outside of the juke joint, facing off against the antagonist, Remmick. Remmick seeks to consume Sammy for his musical talent. Throughout the film, music is established as something more than art. It's powerful, spiritual, and timeless, connecting the performer and the listener to their ancestors, both in the past and in the future. This ability to connect is something the vampires in the film have lost. As Annie explains, vampires can't sing to the ancestors anymore. They've lost their ability to belong, to love, to transcend. And that's key, the deep human desire for community, for love, and for belonging. This is wired into us as beings made in the image of God. After all, the very nature of God is relationship, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. 3 in 1. Operating in perfect love and harmony. As 1 John 4:8 reminds us, God is love. Self-love alone is hollow. But love directed outward, love in communion, is perfect, because it mirrors the Trinity itself. It's no accident that this film was released on Easter weekend. The theme of belonging is also echoed by the film's setting, the post-Civil War segregated South. Belonging is weaponized, twisted by the vampires, by the cultural exploitation of the Delta Blues, by the historical forced conversion of the African and Irish ancestors. The real tragedy? These perversions point to the real source of belonging, Christ, but distort it into something dark. Remmick's false offer of family echoes how sin offers the illusion of fulfillment, but ultimately drains and enslaves. Earlier in the film, Sammy's father, the town preacher Jedediah, foreshadows the evil chasing his son. You keep dancing with the devil, one day he's going to follow you home. It's a fitting warning. Jedediah, a Hebrew name meaning beloved of the Lord, given to the wisest man ever, Solomon. He senses his son's tension. Will Sammy live for the one true God, or chase false gods of music, pleasure, and identity? It's the classic temptation to find meaning apart from the Creator. As 1 Peter 5:8 warns, be sober-minded, be watchful. Your adversary the devil prowls around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. All of this tension explodes in a powerful scene in the water. Remmick closes in, ready to consume Sammy. Sammy cries out one final desperate prayer, the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Shockingly, Remmick and his vampire horde join him in the prayer. It's a profound moment. Both African American and Irish histories have been scarred by forced conversion, where the faith was imposed by people who weaponized the gospel instead of living it. And yet, despite that, the real truth of the gospel still carries weight, a peace that touches even the damned. The message of Christ is transformational freedom, but it can't be forced. Forced faith is not real faith. And forced conversion often breeds rebellion and festering darkness instead of true life. That's why free will matters. God doesn't coerce love. He invites it. The vampires, like sin itself, have a similar rule. They can't enter unless you let them in. You have to make a choice. Just like in real life, you have to choose. Choose to let sin in or let Christ in. Sammy's plea to God buys him just enough time. Using his silver-laden guitar, Sammy fights free, bashing it over Remmick's head. Smoke returns, piercing Remmick's heart with a stake. And the rising sun, or the sun, depending on how you look at it, consumes Remmick, baptizing him by fire. This moment is packed with symbolism. The cross in the stake, the blood sacrifice, the rising sun, defeating darkness. By the end of the film, Sammy chooses to leave his hometown and his father behind. chasing a career in blues music. We aren't given clear answers about which master he ultimately chooses to serve. But in the post-credit scene, we hear Sammy perform a bluesy rendition of This Little Light of Mine. And it gives hope. Maybe Sammy found a way to serve God with his talents and let his light shine even in the darkness. If you saw Sinners, what'd you think? Hopefully you didn't watch this video before you saw the movie. Did you catch any of these themes or notice any themes that I didn't catch? Thank you for watching my breakdown of Sinners. If you enjoyed this dive into the meaning of Sinners, or you want to dive into some other content, you'll be excited to stick around and see what we've got planned next. MCU, we're looking at Bucky, his journey so far leading up to Thunderbolts, and how real redemption arcs should be done. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. We'll see you next week.